What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on the video. Um, Hope that I can bring you some type of value and offer you some insight on how I'm thinking about YouTube and how I'm thinking about doing these videos right now. So, really just want to kind of dive in and talk about, the attempt at being a YouTuber, um, the the idea of that being your job, and how much that affects your life and relationships and people around you. You know, I think it's not really talked about enough how much or how hard your favorite YouTuber is actually working. I would imagine that some of these guys are putting in, you know, 80, 90, 100 hours a week at times. And I know for myself, it's very difficult, and I do things that hurt my channel, such as skipping weeks and not posting for a while and, just not always having a cohesive topic and necessarily planning out each and every video and really trying to, you know, make everything throughout the video super cohesive. At times I'm just ranting. And that's kind of what this video is going to be a little bit, because I had a video idea in mind, but sometimes you get railroaded by other things that are going on in life, and then you still got to show up for your job and be professional. But it also made me think that this was a time for a little bit different style, a little bit different energy in this video, and hopefully it'll bring someone some value, because it is difficult. It's difficult trying to pursue something that doesn't pay you right away. It's difficult trying to take time away from your family and your friends to pursue a passion that may never work out. I've been doing YouTube, you know, technically for 2 years. In the very beginning of when I started doing YouTube, it was very, very elementary and very unpolished. And even now, after 2 years, I'm still nowhere near where I want to be. My production value has risen a slight bit, but it needs a ton of work, and there's so many things that I'm dropping the ball on every single time I do these videos. But it's came a long way for sure, yet the growth hasn't really been there for me, honestly. And at times I wanted to give up, at times I did give up, and I came back, tried it again, reassess my plan. And that's something I plan on doing again in 2020, is kind of reassessing what I'm going to do and where I want to go with the channel. It's been super humbling for the people that have watched and who've subbed to my videos, and it's really is one of those things that, like, looking back on the numbers, they aren't as bad as they may seem to other people that see other big YouTubers and are like, wow, that guy is like, who is this guy? People probably don't even know who I am, but maybe friends and family that come in and see my videos are like, what the hell? And that's cool with me, but the thing that isn't cool with me is seeing other people around me that are sad and they want to spend time with me, and it's like, oh no, I gotta do this thing. I gotta, spend time on these videos that, no one really believes in. No one really thinks are gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be a YouTube superstar someday. Like, I don't think anyone around me sees that in me necessarily. They may hope that I do, and they may even want that for me. But deep down there, it's like this. I think most people around me looking at me like, oh, that's such a waste of time. Why are you even doing that? And it's like, I do it because I enjoy it. I don't do it just because I want to become YouTube famous. Like, yeah, I want to win on here. Yeah, I want to grow more followers. I want more people to watch the videos, because I do think that I have some value to give to the world and I want to impact people in a positive way. But that's not the end of the world. And I still will enjoy this process of making videos, posting videos, cutting them up, editing them, no matter what. But if I have to stay working a 9 to 5 and then coming home and doing this in my free time and taking time away from other ones, that's what makes it hard. And there's a certain amount of sacrifice that I have to make no matter what, whether you're big, small, whatever. But the sacrifices that you make when you're smaller, it just seems so much more impactful because there's no like, oh, this is my work day, this is my work time. It's just like, go to work, make the money you need to make to feed yourself and have a roof over your head, then cook, clean, spend some time with your family, and then that little bit of time you have left, work on your passions, work on the things that maybe will happen for you, maybe will work out in the future, but you don't know. And it's something that's dark and is depressing and can be super hard, honestly. And don't think many people have really touched on this. And there's like, I think a lot of young kids who want to be YouTubers, I think they're gonna go through a really rude awakening, and that's why I think people like Gary Vee, or I honestly can't even think of anyone else that's talking about this, but hopefully, and I know he's pushed on it a little bit, but I think it's something that maybe needs to be pressed on a little bit more by, other YouTubers, of like how hard it actually is, how much time it actually takes, like how much does PewDiePie work, like how much does Peter McKinnon work, you know, what are their hours like, what are their downtime like, you know, how much time do they get with their family. I think this is something that, in this entrepreneur, time where that's the cool thing to be, or this YouTube time where like being like a content creator is like the cool thing to do, it's what everyone wants to do. I think it's not talked about enough. Like it's difficult, man. It's not easy. It's not so glamorous as it looks on these finely edited and well put together YouTube videos that everyone sees, man. It's a grind, and I'm okay with that, and I hope that other people are, but I don't think they know. I think that people think you can just turn on the camera, talk, throw a video together, throw it on YouTube, and do that enough times until you get famous. And the reality is that just isn't really the case for most people. Your average everyday person, it's difficult. Like there's gonna always be your exceptions to this rule, but you really you really just can't understand until you start doing it and see how long it actually takes. And there's always people that are more valuable than others, and they can offer more value to others, so they'll pop faster, and that's just the name of the game. But the amount of people that actually pop off, I think, are so far and few between that most don't even realize it's small, man. It really is, and it's difficult. Like, I can't stress that enough. Like, it's been a super hard last year for me. I take time to focus on other things because I want to get a business going and get my business off the ground right now, but that's still time. Like, there's always something to be done, and that's just the kind of person I am anyways. But other people around you aren't always gonna understand that. They're just gonna look at it like they're just gonna want your time. They're just gonna want to be around you, and that's a beautiful thing, but it's also a difficult thing. I think, I think I've ranted quite a bit already. And I hope that like I've touched on enough stuff that hopefully will help someone, because I don't want to talk anyone out of like doing YouTube, but really, really understand that it's not easy and you got to sacrifice a lot. And I don't think most people coming in understand that. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, I heard, I've heard Roberto Blake say, you can't have the friends and be a content creator, things like that. And I know that's not the exact quote that he used, but something along those lines. And it's crazy how much I thought that was like, nonsense. And I so quickly realized, like, man, there's been so many, like, I shouldn't even say so many, because like it wasn't like I had a huge group of friends, but like slowly but surely a lot of people that I hung with and talked to regularly or played video games with have slowly kind of dropped off. And it's unfortunate, and it's not their fault. It's definitely me. It's me secluding myself and locking myself in my office or my studio or whatever, and just kind of focused on me, focused on my future. And I hope that that pays off. I never wanted to really try to judge myself too much. Whenever I get into those judgmental mindsets, I try to stop and analyze it, because I know that's, I want different things than some people, and that's okay. I often, get jealous, actually, to be honest, with some people, because I see them, they go to their job, come home, sit on the couch, watch Netflix, eat pizza, and they're content with that, and they hang out with their wife and their kids, and they're just like, they're happy, and they go on their few vacations every year, and that's like, I'm like, dang, I wish I could be more like that. I wish I was less, I don't know, I don't want to say ambitious, but I guess that's the right word. I wish I was less ambitious sometimes. I wish. Okay, so when I was shooting this earlier, I didn't quite realize where my video had cut off, but what you're about to pick up on in the next part is me talking about YC Clemong. I can't pronounce it. I forget what the channel name is, but he's a YouTuber and he's a video content creator, filmmaker, I guess, music video guy. And what you're about to pick up on is me talking about how I had just recently watched a video of him talking about balancing family and work. And yeah, so you're gonna jump in of somewhere in there of me rambling about that, and I realized that I didn't notice where the camera cut off last night, so I wanted to give you guys some context on what's going on right now. Well, I see, man, he's always, got things going on. It's busy. He's a big YouTuber, and I mean, not huge, but like 300,000 subscribers, 300K, 290K, whatever you want to say. Like, it's a lot of people, and I can only imagine how difficult it is for someone like that to unplug. So I'm sitting at 20 subs right now, and it's like, maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I don't even realize it, or like what it would actually be like to be that big and understand like how hard that actually is. Yeah, there's probably, there's some, obviously there's good parts to that. You making money off YouTube is awesome, and putting out stuff that people enjoy is the more fulfilling part, I would say, even. But like, for me, man, I just gotta be patient. It's hard. It's hard to be patient when you got so many things pressing on you, like pressing against you, I guess, on every, like, time restrictions, because you only have so much time in the day, and you're trying to divvy it up and make it fair amongst everyone, and it's difficult. It's difficult, man, for sure. I know this video was all over the place, and I was ranting everywhere, and hopefully it made some sense to somebody, and hopefully somebody got something out of it. At least made me feel better to kind of talk about this stuff and get it off my chest, man. I could probably keep going for hours on this topic, man, but I'm not going to. I want to just leave it at this. Say, man, if you're a young YouTuber out there, or just anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, man, you got a family and friends. Like, I'm happy for you. Go after it, but just understand the pitfalls and how much work it actually is. Like, I hope people get that. Like, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, and it hasn't even popped off for me. You know what I mean? You think you think that getting bigger might make it easier, but like I said, I don't know how to pronounce his channel name. It's YC Clem. I don't know, but if you see his video, you'll kind of understand. Like, even from a bigger YouTuber, that like it's not that easy, man. It's, even when you get it almost seems like it gets harder. It's like I can miss a week and no one really notices, man. He misses a few weeks and it's like he's messing with his revenue and people, start to fall off. So, anyways, man, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'm super grateful for anyone who takes time out of their day to, watch any video that I put out, and it's super humbling for me to think that anyone out there will take time out of their day to just sit and watch me talk. It's amazing. It really is. I'm super appreciative of it. Every minute anyone spends, even if you just leave a video on the background, put it on mute. You're amazing. So have a good one, guys. Thank you.